Hello everyone, Mathematic here for the Animal and Me After Party. For those who don't know, an after party is something I'm making where it's a post-frag kind of reflection of the stabs that occur. So I just wanted to share what I know and help you guys start picking out these players' movements so you'll know how to exploit them when you encounter them. So let's just go right into it. So right off the bat we have this 3/4 managed matador. In this clip there will be two spots where it pauses at. These two spots are where the strafe gets edged out for this scout. It forces him to go around me from the other side. Normal level 4s want to go around you, but if you block their strafe, they'll change to the other side. This gives you an opening to cut them off as they switch to the other side, and gives you the managed matador. This clip is a nice little slalom on a level 4 spy, and I just want you to pay attention to the turning in this one, because slalom is a dangerous thing to do against spies. And it's kind of a risky thing. This was definitely not the smartest stab to go for, but I knew this guy was a little dodgy and didn't want to really go around me that often. So what I decided to do was act like I was going for one stab, fail it on purpose so then I could have the opening for the slalom. And this allows me to pull backwards and get him. This stab was a bit more reactionary than most, but it's important to know. So I had done recognition on this guy, but I didn't know who it was when I first collided with him. So I had to turn around, see who it was, and then knew this guy was a 3/1. The stab of this pyro here is a great example of how recognition can help you. Let me explain. So I see this pyro, I think he's pretty distracted that he's not going to notice me, but he turns, he sees me, and he starts strafing towards immediately. And I almost stabbed him had he not air blasted. So that means I just don't stop and keep going for the level 1. The only reason I had to adjust inward was because he jumped over me and made this angle smaller. This is a 3/1 stab on a scout, and even though there's a jump, there isn't much difference between a normal level 1 stab. If you're watching the footage closely, you can just see that he strafes towards. I try to jump onto him, and it doesn't quite work out for me, but I do have him on my side and I do know what level he is. So I can actually hold the strafe out and stay right by him and get the stab. Now I want us to draw our focus on the last moment of this stab, because the angle at which this stab was at was very flat. It was barely going to work. So what I did was I adjusted outwards to get a better angle. This is important for most circle strafing stabs and can help you a lot if you gain this as a habit. The stab on this demo man here is really good to show you how dodging and shooting all play a part in circle strafing. This demo man is going to be moving more sideways, and he only moved more sideways than backwards because I started shooting and juking a little bit, doing different movements. And you can see here that he's moving a lot more sideways than I am, which gives me an opportunity to move closer, intercepting his strafes and getting the level 3. This clip with this scout is good to show you how to draw people into you and how to get them closer so you can circle strafe them. This scout is 3/1. He pulls back really early. He's scared of me. I've stabbed him before. So I just turn my back to him and run away, making him think I'm going to get away, which is going to push him towards me. He's going to stop backing up and start running towards me. And that's when I turn around, flip it on him, and run towards him, running towards me. This closes the distance between us, and I can get level 1. Notice the map geometry as well. Those two boxes, that whole wall, that is going to help me in getting this stab. He's going to strafe across it, but in doing so, he's going to pull himself into me. I planned this area because I go through here and I can go up to the health pack, but it is important to focus on map geometry when you're planning these stabs, because this will help make your circle strafes even easier. With this 3/1 scout, I want to focus on recognition and the execution of the level 3 stab. So the scout, 3/1, I don't notice him, he notices me, he goes around me. I'm paying more attention to jumping, but I miss him. He went around me, so let's try level 4. And it does not work. Do you see where he's backing off to? That explains that he's level 1, not level 4. And so we have some kind of 3-ish thing here, where I don't really expect it, but I can just run at him and push him there. And this works wonders for your level 3 stabs, if you're just able to run at the guy and then wait for them to push into you. Going a bit further into these level 3s, I just want you to look and see how sometimes you can run at their side and sometimes you just need to get further back than they do. So with this sniper, I see him, I'm just going to go for the level 1 stab, but it looks like he just pulls out sideways. And so this is a level 3 stab because he strafed right back into me. It can be both a level 3 and level 1 stab, that's why it's called 3/1. Now with this demo, what I'm doing here is just trying to see what he's going to do, trying to go for a level 1 stab basically. I see him strafing left and right. He took a really long strafe to the right, so I know he's going to strafe left, and then I can just hold and push into that side. When you're going for these level 3s, you kind of want to spot these things. You also just want to focus on getting as far behind them as you can. Now this stab here is more on the level 1 side than the level 3 side, but I want to teach a level 3 principle with this. So with the level 3 stab, you can run into people, and what'll happen is what happens here, where he just crosses you over and you don't expect it. Here I see the scout back off immediately. I know he's level 1. I see it right in his movement. He's not going around me. He has clear opportunity, but he doesn't. So I just start running at him, try to get around him. I know this corner's going to mess things up, and it does, even more than I expected. He gets to my other side, but I can just turn right around and get him on the other side. Imagine this with your level 3s where the guy crosses you over and you just flick around. It'll be the same exact thing and it'll work just as well. Once you start getting used to these principles and these ideas with level 3, you'll be able to pull level 3 stabs in reverse, by surprise, and link them into slaloms. As you can see here with this scout, I wasn't surprised, but I knew I just had to get further back than he did. So that's what I did. Flicked around and got him. For these next clips, I just want to show you a bunch of other level 3s in the frag, and just go over some principles. You can watch some other things about it, and I just want you to focus on what's happening in these clips, because a lot of it is really just running forwards. Even if you overshoot, it's turning late and planning for them to back up and their adjustment that makes this work out. With this, some of these, you can see that the benefit, well this one in particular, you can see the benefit of the level 3/1 is that you get a free opportunity to do it again if you miss it. And this is where the principle of slalom comes in, but I think it's pretty crucial to understand that you can just start strafing sideways, and if they cross you over, you can just flip right there and get it, because that level 3 strafe is going to force them into you. This one took a little bit more recognition. Just knowing the person, I had fought this guy before, so I knew he pulled the level 3 after a long strafe, and this corner also makes it pretty obvious for him what he's going to do and where he's going to go. Although he could have backed up on the stairs, me knowing his habit confirmed that what he was going to do, so it became pretty obvious. One more thing about this clip is the map geometry. As I mentioned before, it can help you all the time, like preventing him from backing off. Now with this clip, this one is really good at showing you how stalling, pulling a little bit of level 3 yourself can force their own level 3, and if you teach yourself how to walk while using your level 3, while using your gun, so using your gun, walking forwards, and keeping them going at level 3 while dodging, are all crucial to getting the level 3 stab from pretty far distances and can make it look very clean. On to some level 4 ideas. So this scout, watch as he goes around me, he turns, that's telling me more level 4. And so that's how I really predicted this stab. And these are things you just notice as you fight level 4s more and more. But this guy, you can see him, he kind of is trying to shoot the scout, but he finds me instead there. He's going to go to try to jump around me. I'm too late to go for the forwards and backwards on his jumping, but I take that into account, and I try to go for some kind of level 3. I just know it's not going to work, so I play on the level 4 instead. I peek the corner, and I know he's going to try to go around me. And with this scout, what's happening is I'm going earlier than I expect. Earlier because scouts are going to do things faster than you expect, so circle strafing them is an entirely different matter. As you can see with this heavy, I had a lot more time to react for the level 4 than I did that scout. And this spy we'll talk about in a little bit, but look at this heavy. This heavy, I failed the backstab on him. He's going to flick around, be surprised, and he's going to go straight into his natural strafe. What's going to happen to him, though, is he's going to get to my side, and as he's at my side, he's going to start turning. And so I adjust, and that pulls me backwards, which gives me the level 4 in the end. Even though I wasn't sure quite what his level was, I was able to react because I had more time. But with this spy, all I can do is pull backwards. All I can do is hope and assume he's level 4 and pull backwards, because I don't have any more time to do anything else.